In a universe of infinite motion and infinite possibilities, how do you measure your life? Why does one challenge seem unbearable to one person and trivial to another? Why does one soul drown in despair while another thrives in the same storm? The answer lies within one of the most transformative universal laws. Welcome to Beyond the Veil. This, the Law of Relativity. This law is not about science or equations. It is about perception. It is about the way we frame our experiences in relation to everything else. And once you understand it, it has the power to completely rewrite how you see your life, your struggles, and even your purpose. The nature of relativity, the law of relativity, states a simple yet profound truth. Nothing in the universe has meaning until it is compared to something else. Think about it. Light has no meaning without darkness. We know joy only because we've tasted sorrow. We value peace only because we've seen chaos. This is not a flaw of reality. It is the design. Relativity is the contrast that gives your soul perspective. Without it, there would be no context. And without context, there would be no growth. Life is not happening to you. It's happening for you. Relativity transforms the way you see challenges. When you face a hardship, you might ask, why me? But the universe whispers back, because this is the only way you'll see what you're truly capable of. Your challenges exist in relation to your strength, and every obstacle is an invitation to rise above the version of yourself you once were. This is why two people can live through the same experience, but walk away with entirely different stories. It's not the event itself. It's the lens through which it is viewed. Relativity is that lens, the hidden gift of comparison most of us have been told never to compare ourselves to others. But the law of relativity suggests that comparison is not the enemy. Misused comparison is not the enemy. Misused comparison isn't about envy or competition. It's about perspective. If you feel burdened by your life, remember, there is always someone who would trade everything they have to be where you are now. If you feel small, remember, there is always someone who sees you as their inspiration. Relativity is the reminder that you are never as far behind or as alone as your fear tells you. Relativity is not just about human perception. It is woven into the very fabric of the universe. Planets orbit because of gravitational relationships. Time stretches or contracts depending on speed and position. Even in physics, everything exists in relation to something else. And so it is with your spiritual life. Your soul expands through contrast. Your vibration rises because you experience what it feels like to be low and choose differently. You learn love because you've known its absence. Without this interplay, there would be no evolution. Relativity is the cosmic mirror that reveals who you are by showing you what you are not. Using relativity for spiritual mastery. Once you see this law at work, you can begin using it as a tool. 1. Shift your frame of reference. Instead of saying, I am failing, ask, compared to what? Are you comparing yourself to someone else's chapter 20 while you are still on chapter 2? Or are you comparing yourself to your past self, the one who once prayed to be where you are now? Relativity empowers you to choose the comparison that fuels you rather than drains you. 2. See challenges as elevators. Every obstacle is only big relative to where you are standing. Climb higher, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and the obstacle shrinks in perspective. Relativity shows you that problems only have the size you give them. 3. Embrace contrast instead of resenting the downs. Recognize their purpose. You cannot truly know expansion without contraction. You cannot feel infinite until you've felt limited. Contrast is the spiritual alchemy that sharpens your awareness and refines your soul. One of the most powerful ways to align with the law of relativity is through gratitude. Gratitude reframes everything. Suddenly, what you once called not enough becomes abundance. What you once called failure becomes a stepping stone. And what you once called loss reveals itself as redirection. The universe does not measure success the way humans do. It measures alignment. Relativity teaches you that everything in your life is already relative to something far greater than your current perception. And gratitude bridges that gap. The law of relativity also reveals a profound truth. Life is not a straight line. It's a playground of infinite comparisons. You are not here to suffer under the weight of judgment. You are here to explore, to measure, to experience, and to grow through contrast. Every soul you meet is a mirror. Every event is a scale. And every moment is an invitation to see yourself from a higher vantage point. Your higher self, The part of you that exists beyond time and space does not see good or bad. It sees context. It knows that every setback is small in the grand design. It knows that every heartbreak is just a single brushstroke in a masterpiece that cannot yet be seen from your current perspective. Relativity allows you to borrow the vision of your higher self. It lets you zoom out and see the picture rather than obsess over one pixel. And when you see from this height, suffering dissolves. Because you finally understand, it was never meaningless. Here's the key. Relativity is not only a law, it is a choice. You can decide what to compare your life to. You can decide what meaning to give to your challenges. And you can decide what meaning to give to your challenges. And you can decide whether contrast will break you or build you. When you choose wisely, your entire world shifts. Suddenly, what once felt like failure becomes proof of progress. What once felt like loss becomes preparation. And what once felt like chaos becomes an essential step in the divine order. The final truth, relativity, is not here to confuse you. It's here to free you. Once you grasp it, you stop fighting your circumstances. You stop measuring yourself against illusions. And you begin using contrast as a ladder, rising step by step to a higher state of consciousness. Because in truth, there is no failure, only perspective. There is no loss, only contrast. And there is no better or worse, only the endless invitation to expand beyond what you used to be. That is the gift of the law of relativity. It is not here to bind you. It is here to show you that every situation, every comparison, and every moment is just one more opportunity to rise. Subscribe for more ancient wisdom and hidden truths. This is Beyond the Veil. Until next time, stay aligned.